Well, hello, friends, and welcome to TexAgs Rewinded, presented by Specs, the good guys from the Fan Show, presented by Prize Picks in the studio, in the brand new Rollo Insurance studio. Gentlemen, Roy May, Hunter Shurtleff, Matt Browning. Can we talk about this awesome place? I know people are already sick about it, but it's your first time here.
No, the only complaint I have is that I'm next to this loser.
He's actually a pretty nice guy. I don't know.
Not when he's wearing that uniform. He's
Okay,
not.
all right, I'll give you
I got
that.
stuck by the Notre Dame.
Look at
picture,
me.
but
So I'm in front of the Notre Dame, so I'm like touchdown Jesus right now.
Touchdown Aggie.
This
We're
is
on
like
the right side. We're on the, because look.
this place is like a cathedral relative to like studios. This place is amazing, you guys.
And the old studio,
Nuts on
studio was quaint.
awesome.
It was cool. It was a neat little place. But this is Taj Mahal compared to that.
So I think a successful 4 days of TexAgs Live, the rebrand of the show. Will we have a successful football season? We talked about that on the Fan Show and beyond. What was your favorite part of the show, Hunter?
McGee and Swope.
They were great. Yours?
Olin changing his name.
Yep. Shimolin?
Shimolin.
But you have a new name for him.
Well, it's OB, so it's Shimobi One Kenobi.
Should Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Shimobi One Kenobi.
Favorite part of the show?
Fan show, baby.
They were
Fan
good.
Show. We have a national sponsor now, too. So
Prize Picks, by the way, and Aaron Torres from Fox Sports Radio. It's the Rewind. Check it.
Here's who I hope has a sneaky good game.
Who's that?
But I don't know who he is. The center.
Oh, I see what you're doing there.
Because now you don't get the stats and things like that, but if he's having a sneaky good game, then that means they're probably doing a lot toward neutralizing Howard Cross the third.
I like the way you think. Mine is along those lines. No, it's not along those lines. But you can. This is a reason for it. I'm saying Amari Daniels.
Okay.
And I might be way off base here because I think Le'Veon's going to be. To me, Le'Veon is not a sneaky pick. Le'Veon is like, I know it's hard to run on this Notre Dame team, right?
That's what some say.
That's what some say. I've done a little bit of research and conversations, and I don't know if they're sold on their edge. Okay? I don't know if they are sold on their edge, and I think that's where Amari Daniels can certainly shine. Off tackle, going wide, catching the ball out of the backfield. I think he can sneaky have a really good game.
Well, yeah, I hope so. When you say their edge, are we talking about the kid from Duke that transferred in?
Very good.
Open?
Yeah, who's very good, yes. He's very good. But is he fast enough on the end? And there's another gentleman on their defensive line that played a little bit last year. I'm going to get you his name right here. I have it written down. I'm sorry. It is Botello, who played towards the end at the edge. He doesn't necessarily have a lot of speed. He's very good, but he doesn't have a lot of speed. So I'm wondering, if you're going to run the ball on Notre Dame, obviously in the middle is going to be difficult. Hopefully it can be done. Where you're going to have more of your success is off tackle and around the edge. I'm going to give you two guys that we haven't seen a lot of. We will see Jabri Barber at some point this season. He's the one who had the amazing spring. And I think Cyrus Allen from La Tech. I think he's another name we'll be talking about.
Yeah, I like Cyrus Allen.
Yeah.
Dude, I saw him in, glimpses of him in the spring, and I think he's going to bring a dynamic, explosiveness. We need a guy that, that we can lean on for those explosive plays, and I think he's going to fill that. Obviously Anias, losing him was huge, and we're going to miss him, but I think Cyrus Allen's going to step in and do a good job for us.
Yeah, Noah Thomas, I think, is the guy that can go up and make. I mean, we saw it in the spring game when he's making tough catches, contested, the big play ability, and can he stay healthy? I think it's always a question mark.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of people talking about Trey Watson either, right? Tight end.
Oh yeah,
I'm excited about him. That's a big position and often gets overlooked as a target, in the throw game.
And Donovan Green too.
And Donovan Green,
he's healthy, and he was Connor's one of go-to guys when he was healthy.
Yeah, when his engine's turned on and he really wants it, I think he has the ability to be a really top-end player too. But we talked about Notre Dame's tight ends and the mismatch you can have in personnel groups. If they're in 12 personnel, same deal for A&M. If both those guys are on and able to take a workload and fully healthy, I think they can both stretch defenses as well, and that's big for Connor. But I think to your point, Swope, putting them in a position to succeed. I just got frustrated last year when we would start series as an offense taking deep shots, right? That's when your defensive line that you're going against is going to be the most fresh. That's when they're teeing off. That's when you want to get the ball out of your hands quickly, right? get the first down, get another first down, get the chains moving. Now that defensive line has had 6-7 snaps. They're getting a little fatigued. Now you take your shots, right?
Yeah.
So part of this protecting the offensive line is saying, hey, as a play caller, I've got to put them in a position to succeed, right? And then allow my guys to have time to get open downfield. But we've got to have receivers that in those early downs can win on a slant route, can win on a hitch route when it is contested, right? That's going to be very important. So if I'm looking at this team early, I want to see how are we moving the chains on the short stuff when you have a corner that's down there pressing them? Can you beat a guy on a slant route and make a contested catch to keep the chains moving? Those are important plays that often get overlooked.
Let's jump a little bit to the A&M game. And when you think about the quarterback battle, there's going to be Connor versus Riley, Connor Wigman versus Riley Leonard. Both are elite quarterbacks in different ways. Connor, to me, is just like a stoic figure who can run when he has to, delivers a great ball, sees a lot of traffic, and is able to still deliver a pretty ball. Riley's more, he's going to beat you with his legs and can make some throws, but maybe not as accurate down the field. How do you caddy this quarterback battle?
Well, I just think it's interesting with both guys coming off, major season-ending injuries, how loose these two coaches let them. And you would know, being at practice and everything, how the offensive line has developed and this and that. But, I think that to me is the most interesting perspective of this game is it's not only two really intriguing teams, but two quarterbacks that are coming off injury. I don't think we should know what to expect from either of them. Now, I have a little bit more faith in Connor Wigman. Obviously an A&M guy. He's worked with a lot of those players before. A lot of those guys were on the field last year with him. So I think it's a little bit different. I think the other interesting thing about Riley Leonard, and I think you and I might have mentioned this last week, I haven't heard a lot of people talk about, is that this is a guy who not only missed, the final month of the regular season last year, and that's okay. Injuries happen. You feel bad. You're glad he's healthy. But he also missed spring ball of last year. And so probably doesn't quite have the reps that I think a lot of people think, especially with his new teammates at Notre Dame. So Notre Dame lost 4 offensive linemen off last year's team. Obviously, the projected starting left tackle is out for the season with injury. I think it's going to be a fascinating matchup, and I think it goes without saying, it's not like I'm breaking some incredible news here, but I think it obviously starts with the two quarterbacks under center Saturday night in College Station.
Would a blowout, and whoever wants to start here, on either side surprise you? If A&M wins 30-10, 27-10, let's call that blowout numbers, or vice versa, would any of those surprise you? Hunter, you start us off.
Yeah, I mean it would. I see that over under at 46. You kind of lean toward the under in the first game, and I think that's turnovers and special teams. If you get a blowout, then you're going to have some additional scoring opportunities. That would surprise me. Would love it if it's on our end, but
anything north of 10 points to me would be a blowout. So, I picked this game 21-12. I won't tell you who I picked yet because I guess we'll get to that. But, I picked it as a tight game. Yeah. And, again, if there's a blowout, like you said, I can see it's because of a defensive score, or a slip up on special teams kind of thing where it was a 7 or 10 point game, then all of a sudden it's 14. And because it's a tight line, right? It's 3 points. And I understand how lines work and how the money comes in. I get that. But I can't imagine any team running away with it. If either team runs away with this, watch out for that team the rest of the year. That's kind of how I look at it because both defenses are formidable. So I just can't see a blowout.
Yeah, I mean, it would definitely surprise me for sure. So my entire thought process this whole week is that the difference is going to be the 12th man. The fact that they're playing in such a hostile environment, a night game in their first game, talking about a brand new quarterback, their O-line issues, all that. I feel like they kind of, like Roy said, they've kind of got the same issues that we have. But we're doing it at home, and they're doing it on the road in one of the, according to College Football 25, the hardest place to play in the country. So let them. That's what I've thought. I've thought the Kyle Field's going to be the difference, and it's going to be a one-score game, is what I've thought. And I think we win. But so a blowout would surprise me. I would love to see one on our end.
Right.
But I don't think we're seeing a blowout either way.
All right, we're going to close it out, but Juan's going to do it for us. Can you tell the people what to do? Also, can you tell the people what's happening with game day? What's happening? People are camping out.
People are camping out. Oh, yeah. People are camping out for game day. I saw tents. I saw people waiting, in lawn chairs. Everyone's excited, Game day's back.
Yeah, game day is back. Tell the people what to do.
Hey, Ags, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, share, and make sure to, turn on your notifications for the next video.
Man,
This guy's a
dude,
freaking pro.
You gotta start paying. Yeah.
Like legit, he probably grew up in a family that does it, right? That's how he's seen.
He's
And go
probably,
log
he's
on
probably
to-
young enough to know that all that's what you're supposed to do.
I will say, though,
we never
there's
know.
excitement on campus. There's excitement in the town, and those of us that live here, I love it because every game weekend, starting about Thursday evening, Friday morning, there is like a palpable
There's an
buzz.
energy,
And starting
yeah.
with Notre Dame makes it that much better.
Thanks, everyone. See you tomorrow on the Final Countdown with Seth and Steve and Lucci and everybody else. We'll also have David Pollock on the show. We'll see you then.